Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. So if you follow my video channel, recently I share the concept of union with the nature, and I share how to get the most simple first steps or the very basic of union with the nature with the Wing Chun 1850s Xiu Lim Tao writing, just simply the first writing. So the writing said, gather the intention meeting the spirit on the equal shoulder stance. So if you have not watched this video, please go back there and watch it so you know how to do it and all this kind of stuff. Now, after I show the videos and how, for past 2-3 days, I get many messages from our friend from Wing Chun, internal art, telling me they follow, they try out the union with the nature which I describe or I present or I share on this Xiu Lim Tao 1850. And what they found is that they get more energetic the entire day, they feel more peaceful, and then they feel lightweight. So after the experiment with what I'm sharing, they got the result, okay? And more peaceful, more feeling light, and more balanced and more energetic. So today I like to share with you a big picture on this union with the nature issue, because we today have a big issue of not experience or understand what is going on with the ancient Chinese teaching, be it the teaching of Lao Tzu, Tao Te Ching, or the Yellow Emperor classics, or the Buddhism or the Zen. So I like to give you a basic overview or a brief summary so that you know how to get result. Okay? Because if we cannot union with the nature, there's no way we can continue on. Okay? As all these friends who messaged me these few days, you know, I practice for the 20, 30 years, 40 years, and I always try to clear my mind or doing this and that, but it seems that it doesn't give me to the or get me to the union with the nature, which is so simple. So number one thing we need to understand or we need to know is that the ancient Chinese teaching, okay, the teaching, it always say that until one attain it, one will not know. It is speculate able. So meaning that until we really experience it, we don't know about it. Okay, and we can keep speculate, but we will not be able to know what it is. And if we not be able to know what it is, there's no way we can get result. Okay. So if you look at today, we, the modern people or the people in the digital age or digital era, is keeping thinking that we want to use meditations, this internal training, to make us more high performance, or the healing our body and so forth. Well, it will never really effectively or be able to repeat a quality result if we do not know what exactly is going on. Okay, so today I'd like to share with you this so that you be able to know what is going on and have a fresh start in meditations, in Qigong, in internal training, in Wing Chun developments, and in healing, in high performance and so forth. You can have a fresh start, an open start. Okay, you want to open up the paradigm so that you can get result, and it has to be really simple. Like the Buddha said, human's life is within breathing. If the next breath is gone, we don't breathe the next breath, we're dead. We don't have 70 or 80 years to guess and do not get result. Okay. So the first thing we need to understand our human world, okay, is like this. So this is the natural world. This is the intellect world. So intellect world, because we are human, we have brain, we can do a lot of things, is within the natural world. Okay. That is how the reality, a simple model to show us what it is. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with intellect world. Let me show you an example. 300 years ago, there is no electric light. We need to have intellect technology to generate electric light, so that today, every night, anytime we can have light, right? And with the computer today, with the smartphone today, we can do many things, which is that what the ancient people cannot do. Like helping people save life in the tsunami and so forth, so forth. Okay, we have satellite, we can predict things and so forth. Now, the issue come in is when we have no idea on the natural world. We lost it. We thought, or we are educated, or we are conditioned that way thinking. We are all living within only the intellect world. Okay. And then right now, for example, this is called digital era. Okay, where you can have a lot of digital, like our internet today, and then our artificial intelligence, and then our electronic gadgets, all sort of stuff here. Okay, and we thought that in common is that we have the technology, we have the philosophy. Okay, what Buddha thought is a philosophy, what Lao Tzu thought is a philosophy, Wing Chun is a philosophy, Tai Chi is a philosophy, traditional Chinese medicine is a philosophy. So everything is philosophy here. And then we argue within here on philosophy, interpretations, your point of view, my point of view, all kinds of stuff. Well, as soon as we do not know That is a natural world there, okay, which is supporting this intellect world. That is disaster. Now, I got this wearable here, which can track my heartbeat profile every day, all kinds of stuff. Well, that is the product of the intellect world. Is that good? Sure. However, if I have to rely on this wearable to run my life, okay, as you can see today, many gadgets or smartphone applications on meditations or heartbeat variability or all this, or you want to rest, then it show you how to breathe and so forth. If we need this thing to run our life, not even say that whether it really works or not, then there is a disaster. Okay, that means one have no idea who one is controlled by the machine. The machine say, oh yeah, you have to do this, do this, do this, and you need to follow it. And on another hand, did the machine know about human yet today? Well, the answer I can tell you is no. There are many experiments I do with many friends around the world. They all use the some kind of gadgets or brainwave measurement, meditation, and so forth, so forth, so forth, or the health tracker and so forth, so forth. And I do a bet with them. I say it like this: how about this? I teach you human operating system or human OS. Okay? And after 2 months, you tell me, do you be able to get result with human operating systems, or your electronic gadgets, the wearable, give you a better result? Well, the answer is, it's been proven again and again. The device today do not know us human. It's just very limited on very narrow type of control. It's very manipulative, and thus you will not. It is not have a holistic view or considerations of human life. Okay, so it doesn't work as an entertainment or some kinds of recreation. Okay, but for real life, it is a trouble. So why is it the trouble? The trouble is because today, okay, whatever thing out there never ever consider on the natural world yet. That's why I developed this human OS. Okay, when I'm working with the artificial intelligence, I want to do it so far. So the key here is we need to know the human, the natural world, because it's a part of us, human. And the very important key is how to get from this intellect world into the natural world. Okay, how to get there? How? Until we get there, the ancient Chinese called attain, or we experience it, we have no idea what is going on with you. So one can have all the, say, gadgets, electronic gadgets to tell you or measure this and tell you this and that, manipulative, or all the philosophy. One is trapped here as soon as one never get from here to there. Okay? So get from here to there is what? Is union with the natural. Get one from here. That is why when people following the Wing Chun 1850, the Xiu Lim Tao, the first writing, as soon as one follow the instruction, one will get in. How far is a different story, but one can pass the boundary of intellect. And that is enough, because suddenly you see, oh wow, it is so big, the world. It's not just whatever I think or whatever philosophy and those kind of stuff. When you shift from here to here, it is like you watch a black and white movie, go to a high definitions movie, 3D high definition movie. That's what's the difference. And once you go here, you will never turn back. Because as anybody who watch this high definitions TV, you're not going to go back to the black and white. Okay. Now, so how to get there? Okay, and we know that, oh yeah, you know, I have shown you guys on the Wing Chun 1850 Xiu Lim Tao writing. The first one, how to get there, right? Call back, gather your intention, meeting your spirit on top of your ego shoulder stance. Okay. Now, let me tell you a secret. Well, actually, it's not secret at all. In order to get from here to here, okay, intellect world to the natural world, it is doing what? Rest in peace. That's all. Okay? That's what you do. You rest in peace. Okay? It is not trying to clear your mind. Oh, I want to live in a now. Or I want to be mindful. Whenever people say, I want to be mindful, I want to live in now, you know what they are doing? They are actually living with this world, in the intellect world. They are trying to create a pseudo natural world which they never really know what it is. Okay? So, from intellect world to the natural, it just rest in peace. So, you know, that's our Western language, right? If you go to Zen practice, now we are talking about real Zen. The Zen will get you enlightenment, not this philosophy, your Zen, my Zen, I'm enlightenment, those kind of stuff. Not that. The real Zen is rest in peace. Okay? And in the real Zen practice, it say that you want to be a living dead. So what is the meaning by living dead? Living dead. Okay? In Chinese, it's called 活死人. So what does that mean? Well, what does that mean by living dead? It means rest in peace. Rest your intellect. Rest your intellect. Okay? So that is how to get there. It is not by 10 billion philosophy or 10 billion. You can read all the books you write, but if you don't practice the rest in peace, you will never get there. Okay? So, you know that this is the natural world, this is the intellect world. To get from here to here is simple rest in peace. Okay? So be it Zen or Taoism or Qigong or internal development and so forth, you need to know. Just put in mind, rest in peace. If whatever you do is not lead you to rest in peace, rest your four core elements in peace, meaning rest your body, mind, breathing, your energy in peace, you're not going to get here. You are manipulating here. Okay? And you're not going to get result what the ancient is describing. Now, one thing we can know, one thing. Once you rest in peace, you get to the natural world. Okay? Then you know you can go back and forth the natural and intelligent world. Okay? That is where your wisdom comes in. Because now you can go back and forth. So when sometimes people say, you know what, I study vipassana meditation, I want to see the world as it is. Well, but what did one do? Okay, one is within here, observing their breath. Okay, not resting their mind, their body, their breathing, their energy, not resting that. It's over here. They want something. They want to say, I have heard people who tell me they practice meditations in the Silicon Valley. They said, you know what? I practice this vipassana. So I have mindfulness, so I can see how the business activity. And I was laugh at them, and then of course people get pissed off, right? Well, but in Zen you're supposed to laugh at him. So you know why? Not to just put him down. You want him to examine himself. If you stuck in here and you can practice your vipassana for 10,000 years or 1 billion years, you will never, ever, ever arrive at the first enlightenment of what the Buddha is teaching. Because in order to attain body, it is about rest. The deeper your rest in there, the more clear you can see, meaning that you rest, you get into the natural world, you see the intellect nature and so forth. You can even, at that time, saw your own self-center. And when you can take out your self-center, that is where when you can see things clearly. It is not about, I want to see things clearly, so I want to study vipassana. So when I study vipassana, then I can see things clearly. Well, sorry, you still have the you, I. Now, if I go, the person who train in the real vipassana, they go into samadhi, they shoot into the natural world, they can go back and forth, and they know the I is not fixed, and thus they can see things clearly. On the other hand, the guy who said, I want to practice vipassana so I can see everything, I have high performance and so forth, well, you start always stuck at I, and there's I is your intellect world. Lucky or not, there's life, okay? So I share with you this so that you'll be able to know, okay? So he said that in the Western spiritual path. Is that such thing? Yes. In every spiritual path in the world, okay, the proper one, teach us to do prayer. Prayer is there. Drop yourself, drop it. Rest the thing, okay? That is what it is, okay? So remember that. It doesn't matter you practice Wing Chun or Shaolin or Wudang or whatever art. The first thing, in order the union with the nature, is rest in peace. And one must know, if one is stuck in the intellect world, we have no idea with the natural world. Okay? Your Qigong will not work well if you have this. You're playing sensation in here. Your Qigong, your meditation will not work well. And sometimes people say, you know what, I meditate and always thought come here and thought come go there, and I want to go back to my breathing. Well, do you know why Buddha asked you to count breath? They ask you to count breath is because they want you to rest the entire thing. At the end, you even rest your counting of your breath. You rest it. So the guy who observed, the guy who counting, and the guy who watch like they watch the object and the object both drop. Okay, so you want to go this, you know, to the natural. So the counting is for that. There's no magic there. Okay. Now if we don't know this and then we just go here and go, you can do 10,000 result and skew the result, saying, oh, this is scientific proof. So that's why there are many Zen patriarchs calling those stuff, it's not me, okay? Many Zen patriarchs which I study with calling those kind of stuff is what? Garbage collector. Because you're messing around with here, okay? So be it the Zen, be it the internal art, Qigong, meditations, your Wing Chun and so forth, if you want to follow what the ancient and really attain, get the result, you need to know this. Two, you want to get here to the natural world, so you know, you can experience what's going on and how to do it, rest in peace. And how do you get back? Because you can rest in peace, you always can going back. It's just a matter of arising your thought. Okay? So the Zen is saying that I can drop whatever here and I can pick it up. Pick it up is coming back to the intellect world. Drop it is coming back here. That's how simple it is. That's how straightforward it is. Okay? However, if you don't understand that and keeping spiral with the philosophy, then that's where we get problem. And that's the reason also I told all these friends who messaged me, I said, see, isn't it ridiculous if we say we practice internal, we practice this and that, mind power, all this kind of stuff, but we have not even start the first step, union with the nature. So what are we doing? Playing God? And undoubtedly that we get stuck for decades, go nowhere. Everybody can go practice the Xiu Lim Tao for 10,000 years. And you're just stuck in the Xiu Lim Tao that way, believing someday it's probably something that happened. But it never happened. Why? Because the 1850 already tell you, there's Chinese culture, there's Buddhist, there's Taoist, there's a Yellow Emperor classic tradition Chinese medicine. Drop the damn thing. Rest in peace to see the nature. Okay? So you want to talk about Buddha nature? Know the natural world first. That's the first step. Okay? Now, just to have fun with you, which is I show many friends also. If you go read, now everybody know this thing, right? The Lao Zhi Dao De Jing. Okay, the Lao Zhi Dao De Jing. If you read chapter 1, of the Dao De Jing, it will say the Tao that can be told is not eternal Tao. Okay, this is just the first sentence, right? The Tao that can be told is not eternal Tao. If you get into union with nature, that is the Tao. Once you get there, you say, "Oh, I know that now." What can you tell what it is? Well, so if you compare with, if you read a lot of books on Tao Te Ching interpretation, philosophy, commenting, and all these things, you can read all of those. Okay? However, you still don't know what the heck is going on. Now, as soon as you follow the instructions of the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao Kuit or Xiu Lim Tao writing, you get into the state of the nature right away. Okay, how deep it is a different story, vary by different people, but you know what it is. So that's what it is. Tao Te Ching is not a philosophy. Many of us in the West thinking, "Oh, Tao Te Ching is a philosophy from Lao Tzu." I say, huh? That's the reason why I always say, many of us in the West, or most of us in the West, or even the Chinese today, have no idea what the Chinese is talking about in the ancient. We're just thinking on what we educate today. Okay. Now, if you read the chapter 19 of the Tao Te Ching, it said what? It said, throw away superiority and intellect. Throw away superiority and intellect, and people will be 100 times happier. Okay? So throw away superiority and intellect, and people will be 100 times happier. So, what is it? What does it describe? Natural world, intellect world. So chapter 19, it said, throw away superiority and intellect, and people will be 100 times happier. That is just mean rest in peace. Hey man, go back to the natural world. Know who the hell you are. Don't be here. Okay? Playing the successful superiority games here, compete every day, playing with your intellect, artificial intelligence, and all this kind of digital age type of stuff. You are not happy there. Because if as soon as you're in the intellect world playing those successful, I want to be success, high performance, I have superiority than other people, intellect, you are not happy. Because you already depart from a big part of yourself, which is the natural. So that's chapter 19, it tells you already. Okay? So to make it really funny is, you know, if you're using a poor English is like know who you are. You know, rest in peace, going to the natural world. Can go back and forth. Instead of staying within the intellect world and over there don't know who the hell we is, okay? Or who the hell we are, right? So that is chapter 19 of Tao Te Ching. And then if you go to chapter 39, okay, it said, these things from ancient time rise from one. Rise from one. These things from ancient time arise from one. The sky is whole and clear. The earth is whole and firm. The spirit is whole and strong. Whole and strong. It's just one, okay? So what is that one? One is that rest in peace. If you rest in peace, then everything come together. If you're keeping playing here, like us right now, right? Like us right now. So I'm living in Silicon Valley, right? So we're seeing all this AI and all this thing and everything. And AI is supposed to make our life better, right? But you see that people right now have more anxiety, more burnout, and more working harder and more hectic in their life. Well, you expect that, okay? That is reality. If you trap yourself into the intellect world, you think the intellect world can give you everything, can solve every problem. You got a problem. For thousands of the human, even though they don't have the smartphone, they are not idiot. Our technology culture is the most, 100 years? You look at this Silicon Valley, how many years? Since 1950s until now, 60 years, compared with the 1,000 years of human living experience, be it the Indian, the Chinese, and all the different parts of the world. Compare the 60 years, or you say 80 years, okay, 80 years, okay, or 100 years since you get a television and so forth. How is it that 100 years compare with the 1,000 years of this the experience of humans different in the different place of this world? And we know everything come into rest in peace. If you don't rest in peace, you get a problem. Okay? So the Tao Te Ching, if you like Chinese Taoism, the Tao Te Ching, it just say that, it just describe to you. Okay, you want to experience that thing, stop going to philosophical. Okay, Tao Te Ching is not philosophy. It just describe what it is in the Chinese sense, way of communication. And it say that you want to have the one. Okay. Okay, and one doesn't mean oneness in this what do you call it? This intellect world. Within the intellect world, we can say, oh, you know, we want to be oneness. Forget about it. Those intellect world. If we don't even know, we couldn't even get into the natural world. No, all this thing is just man thinking, speculating. You get into here. That's why the people in high spiritual never argue on those philosophy stuff. Well, you get in the nature, you know what it is, right? So that is how we need to look into, say, like Tao Te Ching. Not to mention the Yellow Emperor Classic, okay? The Yellow Emperor Classic, or the traditional Chinese martial arts, or the healing and so forth, when they talk about the peace in mind, and then how the Qi follow it, all this thing, those stuff is talking about something here. Okay, you will be able to rest in peace and get here. Okay, so you need to rest. This is in Mandarin, Xing An Shen. Xixing meaning rest your mind, your heart. Rest it. Ansen, settle your spirit. That's what it is. Okay? So somebody will say 精神内守. Guard your spirit within. So what is guard your spirit within? It's not in this intellect world. Same thing. Rest in peace. Those are the same thing. So the Mengzi, okay, the Mengzi, or in the Confucians, it said that I know how to cultivate my qi. Same thing. Rest in peace. So in the Western, not making that our Western world doesn't know this. The Western world know it too. The Western world just say go do prayer. You give up yourself, you say prayer. Well, then you give up your intellect world, you get that. However, it is never you are in the intellect world and you have all philosophy and how is my religion is more mightier than your religion. My religion is more deep than your religion. Well, then you miss the point. It is not about philosophy. It's about prayer. It's about rest in peace. Zen is about rest in peace. That's why they say you drop your crazy mind, your crazy thought, and that is body. Read the Sixpatya Sutra. So the ancient give you a process, step instructions, but we took it because we live in this intellect world. Then we continue on to philosophize the thing and speculate the thing. That's why I end up like today. Everything's stuck, and the next thing is say, okay, you know what? We're going to make a lot of smartphone applications, okay, or using all this gadgets help us to do meditation and we get enlightenment. Yes. It get into really ridiculous now. Okay. And actually there's a disaster for us human beings if we do not realize that. That's why I like to share with you this. We just cannot continues going on and expect results. Okay. So finally, I want to share with you this. I want to share with you this. One need to get the RIP into the natural world. Otherwise, if we keeping thinking about mind power, okay, using intentions and then visualization, we are going to get ourselves into trouble, because that is get us stuck here playing with sensations and all kind of stuff. That's why many people ask me, so Henry, I want to learn this Qigong with you, so my body here can get hot and that thing. And I told them, you know what? Give me $10. And he said, well, why only $10? So $10 will teach you whatever you want. So why $10? You know what? Take the $10, go to buy the movie tickets for the sex and violence movie. You go watch that movie inside there. Then you get like a meditate inside there with your body, your hormone running, your body heat up and all this kind of thing in that movie for that 2 hours, right? Isn't that what you want? That's what you want. Qigong, meditations, internal art, that's what you want. My Qi, I can use my Yi to control my Qi. That's what you want. I want to have my mindfulness. Sure, when you are in the movie watching sex and violence, you have all mindfulness. When you come out, you can describe those things in details, right? But you are draining inside that, okay? You're draining your energy inside that. So, again, remember this word, rest in peace. You don't have to study anything with me. You don't have to change your religions, okay? You don't have to change your style of a martial art. You don't have to change your lineage. If you want to union with the nature, if you cannot get anything which can help you, so if you are sick, lay on the bed, the entire body cannot move. Okay, which one of the day we will do that anyway before we die, right? What are you going to do? Do a prayer. Do a prayer. Serious. That's why the Buddhists reciting Amitabha Buddha, so that the day they die, they have this understanding, and they just go into the state of reciting Amitabha Buddha. And by the way, reciting Amitabha Buddha is also Anapanasati. Why? Because they recite Amitofo, 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 Amitofo. Well, that's exhale, right? And then they silent, get the quiet, and they inhale. That is the inhale. And Anapanasati is what? Knowing your breath. Knowing your breath. So you know how long you pay attention to reciting Amitabha, and then while you are inhaling, you do not have any kinds of different kind of thought. You let it inhale, and then you recite and inhale. That's Anapanasati. So, okay. So this is to share with you today. If you really know about it, it's just rest and peace. And then sure, it have the different level of the deep, okay? But if we do not break this lock of have no idea how to get to the natural world, it is hopeless. So you say, well, I'm burnt out, I'm anxiety, I have nervousness, I really tired, I'm sick, everything in the world. The best thing you can do is go rest in peace, and you get, if you need to get medical help, you get medical help. Rest in peace. Okay, that's the best thing. That's why these days is only yesterday I post something in the Human Operating System Development Group. I said, you know what? I am more happy today to teach human operating system than to share with you, oh, this is ancient Wing Chun, this is the lethal weapon, this is all this thing. Why? Because I have worked with, this is serious, okay? I work with executive, top executive in the high tech. I have worked with handyman, and I have worked with people who have the drive every day. The human operating system, which is showing one how to rest in peace, working with our body, mind, breathing, and our energy, that help people to get a better quality life. Just think about it. How many times do you really fight in the world, in your lifetime? How many times do we really fight in the life and death situations in our life? However, every day we all need to make a living. It is disregard of you are a CEO in the Silicon Valley, or you are a handyman somewhere in the third world, or wherever in the world. We all are equal. We all have to make a living, and in order to make a living, we have all kind of problems, okay, and stress and so forth. And learn how to rest in peace is the best thing you can learn, compared with, oh, I want to fight you, I want to beat you. Okay, so this is to share with you today, and that's why, again, this book, I make it $0, $0 in Amazon if you're a Prime member, so that people can read it. How can you get to the natural resonance? And in order to get the resonance is what? Just sum it up. It is just rest in peace. Okay? So there is no internal art, no meditation, no Qigong. Okay? No enlightenment in Zen. No mindfulness. Until one make that first step, rest in peace and step into the natural world. And one can do it any way one is comfortable with, be it in the Zen meditations or be it prayer in other religions. It is just a technology, it is not the labor which is important. Okay, so this is to share with you today. Hopefully this will help you. Okay, we want to open this entire thing up. We don't want to put it here, label it, seal everything together for making money, making fame. That's not right, because we are facing a digital era which is really tough already for all of us human.